hello. Look, I got to go. I got to look.
Don't you just love his props?
Let me call you. Let me call you back. I've been on the phone with you all this time. Hey, how y'all doing?
Listen, we are on our countdown, and we are in week 6. Now, last week we gave you a pop quiz, but we won't give you a pop quiz today. But
because I don't have my teacher notes.
He doesn't have his notes.
I don't have my notes today.
But we have a different portion for you today. Based on what you saw coming into the video, you saw him on the phone. So what do you think our number 6 reason that destruction is caused to a relationship?
Wait. Before you answer that, have you ever been on the phone with somebody and the conversation was one side? I mean, you could lay the phone down and come back and that person is still talking. That means that relationship, that phone call is one-sided. There's no two-way communication. See, you thought I was talking about you, didn't you?
No, of course not.
All right.
I hope not.
No.
So we can understand, you guys, research has validated, and we know it to be factual, that the main reason, although it's not going to be our main reason, but we do understand that this one thing can cause a relationship to fall apart. Maybe it won't all at once, but it is so destructive.
But I'm gonna let y'all know we've never had this problem.
That's a problem right there.
Yes, the beginning of our marriage, the beginning of our relationship was so off track because the lack of the poor communication that we witnessed.
Communication is very disruptive to marriage. Did we say poor communication? We're going to re-emphasize it one more time. Poor communication will bring down the house.
Poor communication, no communication. And not only that, but it brings up, it attracts so much other stuff. It attracts anxiety. It attracts depression. It attracts withdrawal.
And resentment.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
and resentment.
So, which is really unspoken anger, but it's just, festering in the heart. So when communication is not working well, we also know that it causes emotional dissonance in the marriage.
You see how myself fall apart my hands off?
Yeah, why do you think that's so? That's because poor communication.
Or lack of.
A lack of.
See, you poor, I use lack of. But okay.
It will erode trust in the relationship.
Yeah, because there's no connection. There's no psychological, there's no emotional connection because you steady going far apart. Steady, you over here, you over here.
Yes, without understanding, we cannot get resolution. Without resolution, it pulls us further and further apart. You know, the Bible tells us above all things, get understanding.
Get understanding. And I'm just going to throw this one right in. I mean, my wife and I, before there was all this technology, GPS, we would go someplace and I try to use my head knowledge. And my wife would be like, well, why you don't just stop and ask somebody? And I'm like, no, I got landmarks in my head. I studied the map. But then when I get there, I forget where I'm at. Yeah. But not only that, I keep driving and I get even further lost. Yeah. But guess what?
You see the dissonance?
Yes. And that's what poor communication does. It causes you to get deeper and deeper. It results into you having wrong assumptions about your spouse.
And which is another thing that can pull you further.
Yes.
When you are assuming things.
Oh boy, assumption.
Versus,
This assumption itself is detrimental to marriage. We do one on that one, but good, yeah.
And so assumptions itself, sometimes people take the assumptions as facts and they're not able to move away from their assumptions. They just know what they believe they know and they refuse to hear their partner's viewpoint. They refuse to make space for editing or correction, right?
She's not talking about me.
Of course I'm not talking about you. So you made an assumption.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
But here's the thing, assumptions are so painful because it shuts your spouse out.
Yes.
Sharing their reality.
That is so true, because you and your spouse can see the same thing and you can agree on the same thing. But without communicating what both of you all are seeing, you can move into assumptions.
You move over into assumptions, and therefore, again, your spouse begins to feel devalued, dismissed, and it will have a domino effect, and it will roll over into this next area.
Oh yeah, and just like dynamite, I know you see that stem burning, and it's getting ready to blow up. Boom.
You know the movement, you got these things for communication. Undoubtedly, it will positively impact the sexual aspect.
In the bedroom.
It's gonna roll over to the bedroom, and it's going to cause your sex life.
Poor communication. Hear me, well, come closer. It will damage your intimacy, your sex, your interacting with your spouse in the bedroom.
Absolutely. You know, and I know sometimes people say, well, you know, we can have an argument and we like to use sex to make up. And okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
That may be,
that's a good idea.
that may be showcasing your emotional maturity where you're able to flow and you're able to get go in for repair quickly. But for some individuals, not so much. Poor communication can be very damaging to the emotional intimacy to the point where it's very difficult to do a repair. And for some individuals, it depends on the degree of the offense or whatever is taking place, where things have derailed emotionally. It could take some people days to recover.
Yes, and the bedroom is just what they get all the results. Everything is dumped in the bedroom. But it started way before then. It started in the car. It started in the kitchen. It started in the den. It started with interacting with your family. That's where it started at. But it ended up showing up right there in your bedroom when it comes to intimacy.
But listen, those are things we want you to be mindful of. We gotta go. And we will look to jump back into the space next week.
Hello?
To give you...
Okay, I gotta go.
To give you the last matter that is disruptive to the marriage relationship.
And you don't want to miss week 7. So, and guess what? We're going to have our quiz again. So you all have to be ready. Go back and check the videos. Go to our YouTube channel. We're going to do your pop quiz.
All right, you guys.
I'm Marvin.
And I'm Lila. So you do your own takeaway. And until next week.
Bye-bye. See y'all later.